Mikey and Rinne stay in. Oh, yeah. Hi, guys. Welcome to Mikey and Rinne Stay In. I'm Mikey. Let me start again. Watch yourself.
You should.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Mikey and Rinne Stay In. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Rinne.
And tonight we are camping. It's Mikey and Rinne Stay In tents.
Oh, boy.
Shut the fuck up.
He did it.
Awesome. Dad jokes. Not even a dad yet making dad jokes. So
it's never too early to make a dad joke.
It's not.
I feel like.
So we're camping. We're out in the Tillamook National Forest.
Nope,
State
it's
Forest?
a state forest.
State
Yep.
Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because then Kate Brown is overseeing it, not Donald Trump.
It's so true.
Yeah. But yeah, and we're at the Elk Creek Campground. It's awesome. It's so beautiful. We've got river going behind us. I'm just lighting a fire over there. Super fun.
Fire, which is going to be used for...
Oh yeah, we're making burgers, grilling burgers.
Yeah.
And doing some veggies, and then something we're going to talk about in a little bit. Tell them. S'mores. It's something that's named after how much you want of it.
Yeah. Ooh,
S'more.
Yeah.
I want s'more of it.
Is that why it's named that?
I think so. Is it not? I always thought it was
I never really thought about it,
yeah,
but
do you
now
want
that you
one?
mention
yeah,
it...
want s'more.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You
Is
learn
that your
something
pro
new every day.
tip,
Is
you
this the
smart MF, are
yeah,
you?
this is why everybody listens to the show, for food tips, food history, food knowledge. I mean, ultimately, knowledge is why they tune into the show.
I think so.
Especially for me.
Yeah.
It's just knowledge. I'm just like my leather elbow patches. You can hear them on the air. So much professorial shit.
It's true.
Yes, we're out here just loving nature.
Yeah,
What's
we
the
took
thing
a
called?
nature deficit disorder?
Yeah, which I kind of think is bullshit, but I think I think it's true.
Sure.
I just don't like the idea that we're like pathologizing or like putting something on it that some drug company could eventually like make a drug for.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the drug is be out of nature.
Is be out of nature,
right?
so maybe it's
But
good.
I get your point, though, and you were talking about this yesterday, that it's a little privileged to be able to say...
Just get out in the nature.
Right. When you're a kid that doesn't have access to nature and lives in the middle of a city and maybe doesn't have transportation, right?
Totally, yeah. But I mean, I guess nature can be redefined as so many different things, right?
Sure.
I mean, like, I know,
even just getting...
to a park.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just like, or even just like looking at some trees, or I don't know, doing something, smoking some trees. Good one. So yeah,
I just want to say one thing.
Okay, go.
You guys that are listening with your eyes are seeing us post the most beautiful hike I have taken to date. Not to be hyperbolic, but it was freaking amazingly beautiful. Hence the post-workout glow that I'm sure I have right now.
I call mine a shine.
Hashtag so brave for not wearing any makeup.
Greasy.
On camera.
Oh yeah. Hashtag so brave. You are like Alicia Keys over there. Just like,
it's so true.
She's not wearing any makeup.
Oh my God, that shit used to make me so... And like Gwyneth Paltrow did it and all these people. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, when you're naturally that gorgeous, don't even.
And you have 720 hours a week to have facials and extractions and like, you know, they use baby puppy blood on your face to make you look so young. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Fuck you.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm having,
anyway,
you guys might notice, I'm having myself a can of house wine.
Yes,
I'm having some rosé, which is delicious. Who is it? I guess it's House. Oh yeah, it's House wine. There you go. Mm-hmm. Delicious. I love these little canned wines. I think they're so fun. And we haven't really been drinking because we're trying to make the baby, but my thing, so here, I'm going to jump into my pro tip.
Yeah, okay? Let's hear your pro tip.
We'll do pro tips first. So my pro tip is, and it's a pro tip even though we're not pros at this particular thing, but we've made a baby once.
We did.
Yeah. And when we made our baby, so we were trying to have a baby for like a year, right? And, you know, we were like following Rinne's ovulation. We were like doing all the things correctly, humping at the right times, all the stuff. Yeah. And we ended up getting pregnant when we went to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Went on a trip to Hawaii, had a super chillin' vacation in Maui. It was great.
And I actually got pregnant. You didn't.
I did say we. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't. I provided the swimmers, and then they
Yes, you did.
did whatever they do. Yeah. So Rinne got pregnant when we were in Hawaii, and I don't know. I'm on this second time trying to make a baby. I am like really aware of like we just need to like take the pressure off, get away, do some things. Like, what are the things that can like reduce your stress and just like get you there, right? And so we're out in the nature. One of my pro tips is like do the thing that you need to do. Whether it's exercising, whether it's going camping, whether it's like go see an awesome concert or something, you know, whatever your thing is, or it's just like chill, watch Netflix. But like my happy place is being in nature, right?
Yeah.
So we're out here, having there's some cute little kids at the campsite next to us. We're seeing our future. No, but it's being out here camping. I love it. I'm like cooking over the fire. Love that.
Yeah.
And then one of my pro tips is just chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, have a glass of wine. It's like, it's great. We had all these friends talking about, like, we couldn't get pregnant for all this time. And then, like, there's these, like, kind of anecdotal stories or whatever.
Right.
But they're like, and then one night we just, like, had this, like, you know, couple glasses of wine, had this great meal or whatever. And that was actually the night that it happened.
Right. And, you know, I will just challenge you a little bit because there is sort of this, like,
sure.
I finally got pregnant once we stopped trying, you know? And while I appreciate that sort of advice, it's also like, I'm 39, my window of possible fertilization is so much smaller than like a 23-year-old.
Totally.
So, yes, I think that your point of like, whatever you got to do to get that nervous system nice and calm. Yeah,
totally.
Yes,
I don't.
The thing.
Yeah, and I definitely
don't
like,
mean. Oh, I got pregnant as soon as I stopped trying. I don't know. I get that maybe that is true, and maybe that's also true for me, and I'm like fighting against it because it's like holding a mirror up or something.
Sure.
But it does feel a little
humble braggy.
Yeah, kind
of.
I agree
with that.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm not even saying that really. I'm more saying like do all the things that we're doing. Like. Check your ovulation, be doing all the right things, blah blah blah. But also like find your calm.
Yeah,
find your moment, right?
And I think that's right.
Yeah,
that's totally. That's so spot on.
So my other pro tip is go camping. Camping's rad. Camping's so fun because especially like the way that we camp, like we're like 80 feet from our car right now, so like we bring everything.
We're not
with
super
us.
rugged.
No. Fuck no. And then generally we bring like awesome food. Like last night we had these like delicious local pork ribs from Deck Farms in Portland, Hala. And we had like vegetables, and we had, what else do we have?
Sweet potatoes, cauliflower.
That kind of, yummy. So and then like in, you know, camping trips past, I've made like a pizza oven.
Your pizza.
Yeah, so I
still dream of that pizza.
We have this huge cast iron pan that's like 15 inches wide, and I'll put that right on top of the coals, like right on top of the fire, and then I put a sheet pan covered in rocks on top of it, and then we had brought I think the pizzas were pre-made, right?
Well, you had done
Stretch
something.
them. No, that's what I done.
Yeah.
I had cooked them on the grill, like par cooked them, and then we topped them at the campsite and then threw them in there, you know, and it was probably 900 degrees or whatever, and it was some of the best pizza I've ever had.
That's a good pro tip too, is like camping pizza. It's a thing. You can
real.
Totally do it.
Yeah.
I still dream about that pizza. And like we have access to some of the most delicious pizza in Portland. But,
yeah, it's super good.
Your camping pizza lives in infamy. It was so good.
Pizza wet dreams.
Yes.
And I know that like our pro tips should probably be around like making your body better for your baby or whatever, and that's what I'm doing. I just think like eat good foods, like, you know, don't do meth, but like, you know, eat delicious foods, treat yourself well. Like food calms me, food makes me happy. And so when we're camping, we, you know, like camping wise, you have all the time in the world each day to like think about the meal, make the meal and all that, and like just do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, pro tip,
I love
eat
that.
well. And hike all day and then eat all day when you're camping. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Those sandwiches we had on our hike were outstanding.
Oh, yeah. I'll put some pictures up. We had chicken salad sandwiches that Rinne made that were like,
so good.
Pro tip from you.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking that we were out on our hike, and those of you on the YouTubes, I hope you can see that. There are these beautiful pink berries.
Is that pink?
red. Well, a really, really deep, I guess, yeah.
Well, I would call that as red could be.
Yeah, super deep red. Okay.
She's blind. That's why she can't get pregnant. She's fucking
colorblind.
No, I guess, yeah, blind people can definitely get pregnant, obviously.
Wow.
She just can't see the ovulation strips or whatever to see.
I've been missing
Sorry,
them all
that
this
was
time.
very offensive, those things that I just said. I apologize. We love our blind listeners. Sight and visually impaired listeners.
There it is.
Okay, I'll edit this out.
Okay, back to me. You shush. So these beautiful, they're amazing too, because the way that they sit, the way that you pick them is almost like pulling a hat off of somebody or something.
Yeah, or a thimble off your thumb.
Or a thimble.
Called
Off
Thimbleberries.
your thumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, see? All this.
S'mores are called s'mores.
This is going to be Epiphany, episode of Epiphanies. Epiphanic Rinne.
So yeah, thimbleberries. They're really beautiful, really delicious. So we just picked a few and wanted to show them. And then my pro tip, when you're out in the wilds and you live in a place that have huckleberries, they actually grow out of tree stumps.
Yeah.
And so that is sort of the way that you can decipher them from perhaps another
Elms.
elm. Yeah, because they do kind of look similar.
Yeah.
And
They're
so
super cool. They look like kind of like champagne grapes. They come out on like almost a black stem or whatever, and they've got all these little. I don't know. There's sometimes when like we were out hiking today, and I was like, oh man, maybe I'm gonna like pick some chanterelles and some mushrooms. I trust myself. Like I will eat anything that I pick out in nature because I'm probably, if I die, then it's my fault. But I definitely don't like even huckleberries. I'm like, I don't 100% know what they look like. So I saw something today that looked like a huckleberry. I didn't eat it because I was like, yeah, it wouldn't be a hot look for me on the show to be green and vomiting. So
yeah, and that's a good pro tip too. Is if you don't know, I don't eat it. Right?
Don't go. Yeah.
Yeah.
These are so good though.
They're like floral and so they're just beautiful. The texture's beautiful.
My friend Brecky Easley, is it Brecky Hunt now? I guess it is Brecky Hunt. I hope you listen to the show. My friend from Steamboat, she was the one who introduced me to thimbleberries and then glacier lily pods. Which
what
are
is
these,
that?
Yeah, they're these. So glacier lilies are these beautiful like yellow flowers that are in high altitude climates, but they have these little pods that are like snap peas that come out, and they're like maybe 1.5 inches long, and they're out in the spring, and they're just sweet and crunchy and delicious, and I love them. Eating, just picking while you're hiking, and eating stuff is, God, it's so sexy. I feel like I'm.
It is.
I was going to say Anne of Green
right.
Gables, but no, Sound of Music, whatever her name is.
Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews, yeah. They should really make that movie with Beyonce.
Ooh.
Oh my God, it'd be so rad. I had a dream about Beyonce the other night.
Why did you even think about that?
About Beyonce being in Sound of Music?
Yeah.
Because I think about Beyonce like constantly.
Okay.
She's wonderful. I had a sex dream about Beyonce the other night.
Oh my God, you're going to share this.
I'm going to share this story.
Yeah, do it.
Rinne hates when I tell stories about my dreams and stuff. But yeah, so I had a dream and Beyonce and I were making out, and then we had some friends.
Hello.
Hi, friends. Hello. She's very
just
friendly.
very
She's just
vocal.
talkative.
Oh,
Come
come
here,
here,
Zany.
Abby.
Abby, come on.
Come on, Abby. Hey, come on. Sorry about that. We didn't mean to scare you.
She's very vocal.
Yeah, she's
Happy to see everybody.
Happy to see everyone.
Hello.
Hi, friend. Hello. How are ya?
Oh my God, so cute.
So yeah, so I had this dream about Beyonce, and
I like that you lowered your voice as
I did.
as the toddler was approaching.
There's a toddler and his mother walking past. I didn't want to talk about my Beyonce dream. So I had this dream, and it was Beyonce, but she was wearing Corinne's clothes.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that part of the dream.
Yeah, they're wearing this hooded sweatshirt that you have.
Oh, that's
And-
right. Yeah.
And we were making out, and then Beyonce wanted to see my penis, and my penis was my.
As I'm sure she would in real life.
Obviously.
Obviously.
And Sean, he's cool with it. He's cool with it, Sean Carter. And when my penis was revealed, it was Abby. It was our dog, our 11-pound dog.
God.
But she was like an erect version of herself.
God. I think,
sorry, everybody.
Like, that's a really good part of the story, but I think my favorite part is that in your dream of adultery, you still have your family in the dream.
Oh, yeah, you're in the sweatshirt.
Yeah, Beyonce is wearing my sweatshirt,
Totally.
and Abby is your penis.
Oh, yeah. It's super awesome. Well, this is the... And
you can't just have this, like, adulterous fantasy.
No.
You're like, no, I...
Well, this is where... And we're telling everybody everything tonight. But when I look at pornography...
Wow,
yeah,
yep.
There is... I'll, like, look at a bunch of different pornography, and I always end up at one particular star... And she looks exact. I'm not going to tell you guys who she is because I don't really want you to chase her down. Do I?
No.
No, okay. But there's this one actress who looks exactly like Corinne. And I think this is the most romantic, like the biggest compliment ever. Yeah. My porn fantasy is my wife. Aww. So you love me.
You know I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, we have really derailed.
Okay,
let's bindle. Do you have a...
No, let's do our food.
Ooh,
Or no, we
yeah.
can do that at the end.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, bindle. Do you want me to do mine or you do yours?
Well, I'm going to do mine. We were trying to sort of relate everything to camping, and this is sort of related to camping because we brought eggs on our camping trip,
Oh, yeah.
which I procured from the farmer's market on Sunday before we left. And there's... So get to know your farmers for sure. If you live in an area where you have access to a farmer's market, or if you live in a super rural area and you have access to a farm, we have a couple good relationships with farmers, but one in particular, we bring her back our egg cartons. And when we have a stack of, several of them, she gives us 2 free dozens of eggs, which, like, that translates to almost like $15 or $16.
Oh yeah, totally.
Total, right?
Yeah, because I think eggs are normally like $7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's awesome.
So that, and we would have never known to do that necessarily, but we just asked her one day, we're like recycling all these, would you like them? And she's like, oh yeah, bring them and I'll give you 2 free dozen eggs.
Yeah, it's amazing. I think it's such a great way to go.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And it also is like supporting her because buying egg cartons I don't actually know how most people are procuring their egg cartons for...
I know, I don't know.
Most farmers. I mean, I think about at Nash's, which was the farm that I worked at after culinary school, we had, I don't even know, 500 chickens or something, and then a bunch of laying hens, and I think it was the same thing. It was kind of donation based or whatever. So super cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think if probably if you have an idea of something that you'd like to exchange or barter or something like that, it's so much obviously it's so much easier to do person to person.
Yeah.
You can't really do that at Kroger.
Right. Yeah. Support your farmers.
Yeah.
If you live in the Portland area right now, support Milk Run, which is a company that I work with. And they basically, it's a home and restaurant delivery service directly from farms. So localmilkrun.com. Shout it.
Yeah,
and
pretty cool.
Great way to support your farmers. The founder is a farmer, and they also own like a USDA meat processing facility. Even if you don't live in Portland, if you live in Denver, we're coming at you soon. So look up localmilkrun.com. It's very, very cool. And yeah,
that's a good plug. Actually.
Totally. So my bindle.
What you got, bindle?
Well, bindle for me is again, it's actually just camping. So last night I was when we first got here. So we're at this beautiful campsite. It's $15 a night, right? So I was like running the numbers, and I'm like, loosely, you could camp for the entire year for $4,500.
Oh, is that right?
I think that's right. 15 times 365 times 50. Well, anyways, I'm not going to do the math on air. That's super boring. But, I mean, some people would call this being homeless. But, if you live in like a warmer climate or whatever, I don't know. I could spend a fucking year camping. It's awesome. Yeah. You get your systems down. Like, I swam in this river last night. It's amazing. I must say, like, it rained last night when we were in the tent. And, like, we have kind of like a semi-porous tent. And I woke up and my feet were fucking wet. And I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm a little too fancy for that shit.
Yeah.
I really don't need that happening. But camping's so rad. It's just like... versus like staying in a hotel where it's like $250, even $150 a night, $100 a night, whatever. That's a ton of money. Sure. It's ridiculous. So yeah, camp. It's awesome. Be in the nature. It's all free. It's like free Zoloft. Yeah. I get out, I exercise, I just get in it. Yeah. I know that's my main bindle, I think. Oops.
All right. Let's eat our feelings.
Let's
we
do
already
it.
had some Thimbleberries.
I know. Let's
but
see
you
how
know
much...
what? That just didn't quite do it for me.
No, totally not.
So we're camping. I frankly can't think of anything better, and it's maybe 60 or 70% of the reason why I can't. Is to eat
s'mores.
Yes. Can I have s'more?
Can I have s'more? Are these the ones? Are these the Oh, I don't think I got the right ones.
We've got regular.
Two
We got some GF ones, which I'd like to shout them out because they're delicious.
Oh God, these are so stale.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. So we have so obviously s'mores, graham cracker. The graham is a super important thing. Oh yeah, these ones are so good. Is it Stacy's?
Pamela's.
Oh, Pamela's. I knew it was a name like that.
Yeah.
Someone that wears Crocs.
And they're Pamela's honey, I think.
Man, those are so good. It's like shortbread.
They're so good.
Yeah, they're super dense. Man, I love those.
Save some for us more.
Yeah, okay. Shut up. And then we've got two different kinds of chocolate here. We've got Equal Exchange. They're super cool. They're out of Massachusetts. I didn't know that. But certified organic by the Oregon fucking Rex house.
Yeah.
On everything that's like top quality food stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, we got the Oregon Tilt here, baby. And then Tony's Chocolonely. If you don't know, now you know. You've got to rap Tony's. So they're from, I don't know, Sweden, somewhere where people are better looking than us. And then, but they're based out of Portland in the United States. So it's like super thick chocolate. It's super delicious. And then they're 100% slave-free company. So they've got this super cool like design to the pattern inside, and it's supposed to, so it's unequal size pieces, and it's supposed to represent like the inequality in the food system, and especially chocolate. So super cool. And then we've got these really nice Dandies marshmallows. So are they organic? Well, they're non-GMO certified for sure. They're all natural, but they're a really, really nice marshmallow kind of alternative, and they melt just like a marshmallow. You can brulee them like for a s'more.
Yeah,
it's really great.
What's your s'more style? Like, I know that this can cause conflict sometimes in relationships. Like how you prepare a s'more.
Yeah, so you guys are hearing the beginning of our divorce. No,
I think we're gonna agree here.
Yeah. Well, so I'm of two mindsets about s'mores. First mindset, I'm of many mindsets about s'mores. Well, first of all, I think there's a lot of people like tonight, unfortunately, we're gonna have to use sticks.
Oh yeah.
I hate that.
Why? That's the only way to s'mores.
I know, it's the most natural way to, and I will eat dirt all day or whatever, but for some reason, like penetrating my s'more with like a dirty stick.
Shove it right in there.
I don't know, I don't like that. So I would rather have like a metal skewer.
But then it's like you can do that at home.
Fuck that. I'm gonna light my backyard on fire and...
No, you're just gonna like, turn on your stove or something.
No, because then you're eating gas. That's disgusting. No, but I like a metal poker, spear. No, and then so the actual, so what I do, technically, here's my two mindsets.
Okay.
One, if I can perfectly rotate the marshmallow so it never catches on fire, but like perfectly is golden all around and then melty in the middle, that's top level.
Yeah.
That's fucking hard to do.
That's like Olympic level s'moresing.
Yeah, it's super hard to do. I went to like the best culinary school in the world, essentially. And I can do that about 5% of the time.
Yeah.
But I like a flaming shit ball.
That's how I do.
Yeah, not for too long. Like I like it to kind of catch flame, and then I kind of rotate it, and then I blow it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it to
totally my style.
Burn long enough that it's melty in the middle.
Yep.
Kind of mayonnaise consistency. I think I've mentioned mayonnaise in the last like 3 shows.
I was gonna say, I feel like we talk about mayonnaise a lot.
It's so good.
I know, it's really good.
If you don't
Maybe
like
it'd be
mayonnaise,
good on a s'mores.
Stop listening.
Probably.
Oh yeah, totally, of course.
Yeah.
It's eggs.
Add a little savory.
Eggs and happiness.
Yeah, that's true.
Smiles, puppy smiles. What's your style? It's Bernie?
Oh yeah, it's definitely penetration with a stick, burn the shit out of it. And this is less about, I think less about taste and more about
Texture?
get that goodness in me as quickly as possible.
Oh, I like that. That's a way more awesome reason.
Because I'm sitting there with like my graham and my chocolate, and I'm not eating them yet, and I know that I just need this melty, wonderful pillow to sit on top.
Totally.
And
the best s'more that I ever had, I believe this was with, who was it? Anyways, there's a chef friend of mine, maybe Kyle. Anyways, I can't remember who it was. I think it could have been Kyle Mendenhall from Steamboat. But anyways, it was marshmallow on the graham, and then microplaned chocolate over the melted. Yeah, so it melted immediately on the marshmallow. Super good. Yeah. Oops.
I like that.
You feel something?
I do.
I felt a little rain.
Damn it! All right, we're gonna have to wrap it up.
No, we're not yet. I still have I have my thing that I was gonna talk about.
Oh, you do? Yes, that's right.
Okay, so we've been kind of switching back and forth. Rinne's been the positive force in the world of telling us stories of really awesome things that are happening in women's health, and I've been kind of the my segments have been how the South is fucking up this week, and so what I want to talk about is. And I think we'll just call it toxic masculinity, but it's this experience that I've had where men will say crazy, rapey, just like disgusting shit to me, not because I give them like permission or like a signal that I'm a guy that this is safe with, but because I'm a man, simply. And I've had this happen through my entire life. I worked in the school system, like in high schools, guys, like there would be teachers that would come up to me and say like unbelievable stuff about these these children.
Really?
And and it was crazy. I've reported people for doing that. It's whatever. When I was working, nuts. But the data, like weekly, I get men that will come up to me and say something that's just wild and totally out of control. And I think that this is something that there's a butterfly effect, right? Because you look at like Jeffrey Epstein that has just been coming out this week, all the crazy shit that happened with him, and all of these Republican men that are getting behind him and supporting him and thinking that it's okay. I just think that we need to understand that these aren't just like single moments in time. Like these are things that bleed out and affect the way that we can move our government forward, the way that we can make policy. And if we're saying that these sorts of statements are okay, fundamentally, even at the smallest level, like your buddy says something like, oh man, ooh, about like a young girl,
right,
or says, something shitty about Kamala Harris or something like that.
Well, and look at what happened with our president during his interview with, oh God, what's that guy's name? When he said grab him in the pussy.
Oh yeah, I don't care what that person's name is.
But
that guy, anyways, can't remember. It's
totally
not. I keep thinking Bill Burr. No, but he's got a name like that. But anyways, I know what you're saying. Totally.
Right?
Oh,
but
Billy Bush.
Billy Bush.
Yeah.
God, of course it was Billy Bush.
Yeah. He actually was kind of like, and I think like he obviously caught, his career was ended, I think, by all that shit. Not that he had a big career, but he was on Bill Maher and was like super, super apologetic and whatever. I think
but
it was kind
in the
of bullshit,
moment,
right?
His response was like, yeah, that's totally.
No, total, of course.
What?
I know, and it's just, and I just.
But you're right about the sort of permission structure around it, right?
And I don't hang out with that many men, and I definitely don't. And most of the men that I hang out with, and when I say men, I said it with kind of some extra. I don't hang out with that many like dudes, like guys that are like, I want to talk about sports and tits and like whatever.
Right.
And it's because I just don't care about any of those. I just don't care to have those sorts of conversations. I think they're like really superficial and bullshitty, and I don't know, life's too short. But it's also like I don't want to support that system, right? And so I just think men that listen to the show start calling people out.
Yeah.
Like when people say bullshit, I don't know. Like I'm around 2020 candidates and stuff. There's all these like microaggression coded things that people are saying about the female candidates. Fucking push back, dude. Call out people that like are weird and gross and I don't know, just setting us all back.
Yeah, for sure.
Because once we get to like the level of people, so men that have heard this their whole lives, and then maybe that dude that you like have talked about, objectifying women your whole entire life with, maybe that dude becomes a senator. And then when he's coming, when he's like talking about the next policy that's going to come up about whether we should restrict access to women's health care in the given state, that's going to feed into it. It's just, it all plays into the message. It all plays into the story. And so I think we just need to understand that like little comments matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my rant for the week.
Liked it.
Okay. I like you.
I like you.
Should we cook some dinner?
Yes.
I feel like I'm about to pass out because I haven't eaten enough since our sweet hike.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Burgers, crispy butter potatoes.
Yes.
Farmer's
I
green,
love
farmer's
it
market
all.
greens.
Okay. Well, you guys, oh yeah, we also promised you an interview this week.
I know.
We're interviewing each other.
Yeah, we totally
Sorry
had a
about that.
scheduling snafu.
Yeah.
And
we came camping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we decided to go camping. So we're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we actually have some awesome people. We actually have this super cool ND that's staying in the campsite next to us. That,
Yeah.
we might try to get her on the show. She's great.
As always, let us know your thoughts. Let's eat at mikeyandrinnestayin.com.
Yes.
Be sure to subscribe to us, to like us.
Yeah, if you like the show, like us.
Yeah.
Those 5-star reviews are rad.
Yeah, they make such a huge difference in our visibility and
my ego.
and our egos.
Totally.
It's so true.
All right, well, I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mikey.
And I'm Rinne.
And tonight, we're gonna
stay. Ooh, I like where he went there.
Tent. We're gonna stay in a tent. Don't fucking rain. Okay, bye.